What's up, YouTube? This is a video on how to gain the upper hand when you felt like you're in the wrong or when you've been in the wrong. This is what I use in 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 my relationship. Sometimes you're in the wrong and you fucked up. You did something, and now the other person has a lot to say about you. And a lot of times, the natural reaction is just to sit there and take in what they have to say and say, you know what, I'm sorry. Well, I figured a way to get around that. I realized that that if you just allow yourself to sit there and allow that person to burden you with all kinds of names, it's not going to help the situation, in my opinion, from what I've experienced, to just take it in. Because from a male female perspective, the female's going to lose respect for you because you've now become submissive to her and she's become dominant, which is not natural for her. So, in a man's perspective, it's no matter what the situation is, it's not about being right or wrong. It's about having that position and status, or position and keeping it with the female. An example would be, let's say you were late on picking up your girlfriend, and like you're late, and she's maybe texting you, giving you shit like, "Why are you not here?" You know that by the time when you get in the car, she's gonna call you. She's gonna say things like, "You're irresponsible. You're selfish. How could you like do this?" Let's say worst case scenario, she's just throwing out those words. You already know ahead of time the kinds of words she's gonna use, like to call you, right? It's a race. At that moment when you're heading over and you know that shit's about to go down, it's a race to who can use those keywords first. Either she can use those words and label you, and you won't have anything to say back because she's already been throwing these words at you, or you can beat her to the words and label yourself before she can. There's a saying that real power is the illusion of giving up power. So in this situation, you might feel like you're doing yourself wrong by saying, "Yeah, you know what, I'm selfish," but at the beginning, like I said, the real power is the illusion of giving up power. You have to name call yourself in front of her to show her that, you know what, your words don't hurt me, or and you're taking away her weapons, or I don't know another way to describe it, but her tactics, or her, she doesn't really realize what she's doing. But if you take away what she's gonna use against you and use it against yourself, she has nothing to attack you back with, right? So if you use that on yourself, there'll be a moment where she's silent because she doesn't know what to say. You've already said what she was gonna tell you, so there's not much she can say. She might say whatever, but if, like, that moment of silence, that moment where she has nothing to say after you've been like, you know what, I'm selfish, I'm a piece of shit. If I wanted to be here on time, I would have been here on time, and you know what, I wasn't. So what does that show? It doesn't show that I'm very responsible. Blah blah blah. And you also want to take it a little further than what is expected. Like if she's gonna like push it a little bit more. Like don't just try to like go for the minimal. Uh, don't try to go all out with everything that you say. Try to go to the extent. How far can you push it? You always want to see how far you can push it, in the sense that, like, you know what, I'm a piece of shit. Fuck, I should have been here on time, but I wasn't. You know what? Maybe it shows I don't care, and maybe I need to change that. Maybe we need to change something. We could. Maybe there's something else that's making me not think like that I should be a good person. Whatever the fuck you want to say, but those are two things. You want to use the keywords that you think she's going to use against you and use them on yourself before they can, and you want to go to the full extent, try to push it as far as you can with, like, saying, you know what, I am saying, like, maybe I am irresponsible, and maybe it shows that I don't think that you're as important. It seems like it's a little too much, but uh, you just want to go to the extent so that she has nothing to use against you. You always want to go a little further. So just in case she might use that, whatever you think she might use against you, you want to get there first, like I said, right? And that's a race. That's a race on who can get there the fastest. When you'll realize you've got the upper hand when there's a just silence, just a moment of silence, when she doesn't even come back at you to rebuttal you, or like at that moment, boom, you should know you got it. This is something I use in my life. I've used many times. Like, let's say there's a bully, someone who's gonna call who calls you, who's gonna call you a piece of shit. Like, you're a fucking, you say you're a fucking piece of shit. You know what? You go, yeah, I am a piece of shit. And what? I've been a piece of shit my whole life. See what I mean? I push it a little further. I use what he's using against me and use it on myself, and which shows that I'm not, like, words don't mean shit to me. What do you have to say that I can't say about myself and feel less? I could say anything about myself right now and still feel on top and come out on top, and that's all you really want to do. So use the keywords that you think they're gonna use against you, and always push it a little further. Use this in your fucking daily life. I use it. It works, and fuck, just do it, man. See what happens, and comment or whatever.